You join us here today on Godalming Angling Society's prolific Broadwater Lake. It's a superb venue for catching lovely commons like this throughout the winter. So what we're going to do is we're going to slip this one back, and then we're going to run you through the tips and the tactics that we use to consistently get bites through the colder weather. Well, here's the second fish of the session, another lovely common, and it just goes to prove that picking the right venue in cold conditions is absolutely crucial to getting consistent bites. Right, I'm just going to run you through the rig that I've been using on today's session. It's very simple, quite basic, but basically all I'm trying to do is present a single bright pop-up out in the middle of the lake where the bottom is very, very silty, and it's quite a shallow lake as well. So first of all, my main line, I've chosen 12 Pro in light blend. It's a fantastic line, it casts extremely well, and it's very reliable. It's one of my favourite lines in the Gardner range. Then moving on down, I've just got 3 foot of plummet lead core there. That's just to keep sort of the main line pinned down around the rig. I've got a simple, just a standard lead clip setup. That's a covert one that runs down to a Q ring, which just aids sort of quickness in putting or taking off rigs. Then I've got quite a long hook link here, maybe a good 14 to 16 inches. As I mentioned at the start of the piece, that's just to combat that it's a very silty bottom out there, loads of debris, and I just want to ensure that that hook bait isn't being dragged down into the silt on the cast. And then basically the end section again is all target specie skin. That's a 10 breaking strain, a coated hook link. It's one that we sort of primarily market towards specimen anglers, but it's ideal on venues like this where you're targeting sort of doubles and 20-pound fish, and it's very easy to work with as well. It's a lovely colour, this one. This is the chod one, but it's also available in several other different colours. And then on the end, all I've got is a multi-rig. A really nice pop-up arrangement, this one. I've got a tiny little bit stripped back here just below the putty. And what I like about this rig is it's a great hooking rig, but also allows you to change the hook nice and easy just by unlooping it, putting a new hook on and then looping it back up again. The hook on this one is one of my favourite hook patterns for when I'm fishing for carp, and that's the incisor. It's a hugely versatile hook and it works very well with this style of rig. And then on the end I've just got a 14mm pop-up. This is one of the elite range from CC Moore. This is the Citrus Zest, and this is what I've caught most of the fish on today. Very buoyant, packed with loads of flavour, and hugely visual as well, which is fantastic for this style of fishing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cast this rig back out, and then hopefully we'll get some more action. Well, here's another fish that's fallen to those bright single hook baits. I think in winter it's really crucial to sort of up the flavour levels on them, use a nice bright hook bait and maximise your chances of a bite. Well, it's coming to the end of our session today on Broadwater. Just to recap on the session, it fished really well this morning. There were only a couple of anglers on and we were able to access that middle area that the fish had definitely been holding up in. The result was 6 fish, so I'm pretty pleased with that. We've only seen one other fish caught on the venue, so it's not been a too bad day. Definitely the wind, I think, picked up this morning, and it was a really cold wind, and I think that definitely had a detrimental effect on the fishing. So what we're going to do now as the sun begins to set, we're going to pack all the gear up and head off home. So if you don't see me in the next 5 minutes, then it's goodbye from us.